Hey everyone, I went to the thrift store and a couple other places. I got a whole bunch of DVDs, some other cool stuff. First up, I'll go over a couple of action figures I found. I found a 2002 Manny Faces. It's kind of dark back here, but yeah, the little face switching function works. That's cool. He didn't come with any weapons, unfortunately, but he was in like really good shape. Like there's no paint chips. He's not like scratched or nicked or anything. Like the articulation works perfectly. Oh, and yeah, the whole head actually, well, it kind of moves. It's blocked by this thing in the back, but yeah, this Manny Faces is a pretty cool figure. And then I also found a 2002 Ram Man, and he actually did have his weapon, his little axe here. Isn't that cool? And his spring function still works. His little springs, they kind of get jammed up. You have to really push this button in to get it to go, but it does go. Oh, and there's a thing on the back. It looks like you can put the axe back there. Ah, okay, yeah, it fits on that thing on his back. That's really weird. I didn't even know he could do that. So yeah, there's Ram Man, 2002 Ram Man. I never had this figure as a kid. I had some of the 2002 He-Mans as a kid, but yeah, not Ram Man and Manny Faces. Ram Man, I did have like the little McDonald's or Burger King toy that they made of him, which it was a cool figure, but it wasn't like this one. This is really cool. I love all the detail on these 2002 figures. Really nice. And next up, I'll go over some VHS tapes I found. Here we got the Addams Family movie. That's really cool. And someone rewound it. But the tape has a bit of Dalmatian going on there. I don't know what exactly that white stuff is. Is that dust or mold or what is that? Like, I just call it Dalmatian. I don't know, the tape looks okay. If I were to play this, like, I don't know. Like, I'd probably have to run a cleaner through it afterwards if I tried. Not that I really would, it's just Addams Family. It's a cool thing to, like, have on a shelf or something just to have as a collectible, but I don't think I'd actually watch this over the DVD I have of it currently. Now, this is a weird thing. The widescreen edition of Dirty Dancing, and it comes in a clamshell. Isn't that weird? Like, the only reason I picked this up was because it was free. They had this in, like, a box of free stuff outside. I'm not really a big fan of Dirty Dancing. Like, it's fine. It's just, it's not really a movie for me, but this was way too weird of a thing to pass up, so I was thinking maybe I can flip this at the comic book store or something. Now, this is a weird thing. Waxwork 2 on tape. When I saw this, I was like, wait, Waxwork? Like, I've never actually seen those movies, but I've seen, like, the cover. There's that little guy opening a door full of weird faces. Is this that? And I think, yeah, it is. Oh, and it was from someplace called Movie Max. They wrote their name there. There's a Be Kind Rewind sticker on there. Oh, and there's there's a shiny Movie Max sticker there. So this was a weird thing to find. I don't know anything about Waxwork, so I don't know, maybe, like, once I get around to actually watching the Waxworks movies, maybe I'll keep these. And then here's a couple of Jackie Chan movies, Rumble in the Bronx and First Strike. Kind of cool stuff to find. These were from video stores, so they have little action stickers up there, codes up there. This one, Rumble in the Bronx, has an extra rip. For whatever reason, whoever had these last, or at some point, they put someone's address label there. So I took it off for, like, security reasons. I don't want to be recording something like that. But unfortunately, it was still stuck so much to the box, it ripped it. The rest of it was peeling off so cleanly, I was like, oh, cool, it's just, and then it rips. Nice. Oh, look at the action sticker popped right off, and that I didn't mind. I didn't mind having, like, video store stickers. Oh, there's an R rating sticker there. Let's see, anything interesting in here? Oh, these are from Victor Video. Never heard of Victor Video. Let's see, they were in Owego, New York, apparently. Alright. I've never heard of Victor Video. I've heard of Victory Video, which was before my time. They closed in the 80s, but yeah. There's another Victor Video sticker. That's weird. Oh, and this one wasn't rewound. They weren't kind. Is this one rewound? Oh, this one isn't rewound either. Alright, moving on to the DVDs right here. First up, here we got Crank. Not typically a movie I'd care too much about. I'm not a big action movie guy. I've seen a little bit of Crank before, and it didn't really seem like something I'd be super into. And I did watch this a couple nights ago, and it was fine. I like it okay. It's a good movie. I'm just not a big action movie guy. The main reason I got this is because I was seeing articles come out about the sequel. And there's apparently a part in the sequel where Jason Statham is like injected with something, and he has a crazy dream where he's a giant monster fighting the Amazing Colossal Man or some weird nonsense. And I saw that and I was like, what in the world is this movie about? And I think even in G-Fan magazine, the Godzilla fanzine, they had a thing about Crank 2. And so I kind of wanted to see the first movie before I see the second movie so I know what's going on. And if you see something in front of the camera, there's a spider crawling across my camera for some reason. What are you doing? Where are you going? Why are you on my camera? Okay, now he's leaving. Okay, good. So whatever. Anyway, yeah, Crank. Good flick. I liked it. I'll definitely check out the sequel. Like, now I know what's going on. I don't know if it's necessary to know what's going on. Maybe the sequel is even better if you don't know what's going on. Okay, next up, I got Punisher Warzone 2-disc special edition. I have a normal edition of Punisher Warzone somewhere, and I think I have a Blu-ray of it, too. Oh, there's a spider on my arm here, too. Ugh. So anyway, this version, I only got it because it was 50 cents. I don't have this particular version with the slipcover. And, let's see. Oh, and it even has this little paper inside for transfer to Mac. For transfer to PC. Wow. Huh. They really wanted you to, like, download this movie? Oh, and there's even, like, yeah, the digital copy disc. For use only in Mac or Windows PC DVD drives. Disc will not function in a standalone DVD player. Huh. Alright then. Boy, wasn't that a weird thing when they were making digital copies, but then they still have a disc there? Doesn't that kind of defeat the purpose of having a digital copy? Like, also, didn't you need the disc in there to actually get it to play? I don't remember, whatever. Moving on to the next thing, Dark Shadows. Another thing I got because it was only 50 cents. It's a Tim Burton movie, so maybe it's good, or maybe it's bad. I don't know. It's hard to tell with his movies. But I was thinking of, like, trying to collect all of Tim Burton's movies and do a video on them. And, oh, hey, there's a digital code if anybody wants that. I have no idea if that's going to work. It might have expired. It's a redemption deadline, October 2nd, 2014. No idea. Oh, and there's a rental sticker on this. So, yeah, this was from a video store, too, at some point. Huh, weird. I don't even know where there are any video stores around here. Okay, next up, You're Not Elected, Charlie Brown. I had a storybook version of this special when I was a kid. I don't remember much of it. Isn't the story like the kids end up electing Snoopy over Charlie Brown or some silly thing? Let's see. Another story, He's a Bully, Charlie Brown. And then an all-new featurette, Making of You're Not Elected. Huh, there was a making of this one random special. Alright. I didn't think there'd be a making of You're Not Elected, Charlie Brown, really. Because this is kind of one of the more obscure ones, isn't it? No one ever talks about this one. And then here we got Dances with Wolves, which I didn't look closely at. It turns out this is the full screen version. Yeah, on the back there, full screen in the technical stuff. So that's annoying. Usually when there's a full screen and widescreen, they'll have it really big on top, full screen or widescreen, but not here. So that's really annoying. There's no widescreen version on this at all anywhere. So that stinks. Alright, well, what else do we got? Oh yeah, this is a cool thing. Death to Smoochie. I've heard of this a few times. What I heard about it was like it was supposedly an infamously bad movie, but like I don't know. Like I put it in and I expected to not like it, but by the end I did kind of like the movie. I was kind of getting into it. I went back and I watched the commentary. Danny DeVito was the director of this. This is one of the few movies he directed, and it was really interesting hearing him talk about the movie. And, yeah, I don't know, I kind of like the movie. I thought it was a weird, yeah, it's a very stupid movie, but it's also, weird and surreal in a way that I kind of like, and also, at the beginning, it is a very stupid movie if you do want to watch this, but stick with it, because by the end, all the stupid stuff kind of pays off in a cool way, so, I don't know, I think I'd consider it worth watching. And here we got something, Batman 4 film collection, something else that I only got because it was 50 cents. It's these double-sided discs in a cheapo box, not super impressive packaging there or presentation, but I just wanted to have these movies around. I'll probably watch Batman Returns at some point, because I do like that one. I like Danny DeVito and all the weirdness of Returns. I like the first one. Yeah, the first. What the heck kind of order are these pictures in? There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Why are they arranged like that? That is so weird. Anyway, I like Batman and Robin and Forever, kind of, just because they're weird, silly, also surreal movies. Very colorful, flashy movies. And here's something, the Jeff Dunham Show. I don't know much about this. What is this? Is this a special, or was this an actual TV show? It says 154 minutes. So, let's see, what's it say on the back? Live studio audience and go into the real world. So, is this an improvised thing? They go out on the street and interact with people and he improvises reactions or something? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a huge Jeff Dunham fan, but I keep finding the DVDs dirt cheap everywhere, so I figured, I might as well get them. Okay, next up, Karate Kid 4 film collection. It has the first one. I wanted a copy of the first one. The sequel, I kind of wanted a copy of. I used to like the sequel when I was a kid. Part 3, I've never seen, and I've also never seen the remake, but I've actually heard that people really liked the remake, so I don't know. I guess maybe it's good. Okay, next up, I found this Twilight Zone More Fan Favorites DVD. This was kind of a cool thing to find. So, let's see, it's got a whole bunch of pretty famous episodes, and, let's see. Yeah, they're, I think, reprints of these old, individual volumes. So I guess this is how they divided them. Let's see. The Passerby, The Grave, Death's Head Revisited, I like that one. Last Rites of Jeff Myrtlebank. Perchance to Dream, Hitchhiker, King 9 Will Not Return, Shadow Play, Third from the Sun, The Shelter, To Serve Man, The Fugitive, The Mind and the Matter, It's a Good Life, The Prime Mover, Nick of Time, The Last Flight, Once Upon a Time, 100 Yards Over the Rim, The Trouble with Templeton. Okay, I know a lot of those. There's a couple I'm not super familiar with. I probably watched them when I was younger. I remember when I was a teenager, I used to rent Twilight Zone tapes a lot, and I think I saw nearly every episode at one point or another, but there's some episodes I remember better than others. So next up here's a Mortal Kombat double feature, which, again, I only got this because it was 50 cents. Also, the DVDs were buy one, get one, so I could get, one more thing, and this would be free. So I figured, why not get another one of these? And I think the last Mortal Kombat double feature I ended up trading in, because I'm just not that super big into the movies. And here we got First Blood, the first Rambo movie. Oh, and this is funny, the sticker on top does just say Rambo, even though, yeah, that's not the title of the first movie, it's First Blood. Anyway, weird thing, the plastic is missing on this, and I don't know what's holding the cover on there. Oh, okay, it's the security sticker at the bottom is holding the actual cover on there. That's really weird. I wonder what happened with this thing. Anyway, I actually do have this DVD, but it's missing a disc. So the reason I got this is because it has both of the discs. So that's cool. Mine is missing this one, I think, and I think the disc 2 of mine is actually from a different set. And also it has this little booklet which was missing from mine, so that's really cool. That has a booklet with, let's see, some images. That's cool. Chapter selection, some quotes. It's a neat thing to have. I have to swap this box out for my box. It's in a lot better shape than this. And then next up, here's 10 Films, the Midnight Horror Collection. Let's see, Zombies. Okay, so it's a collection of zombie movies, and I think I might have actually had this years ago, because some of these sound familiar. Let's see, Zombie Dearest, I remember. It was a very terrible movie. I Am Omega was another terrible movie. It's got Night of the Living Dead, so I have yet another copy of Night of the Living Dead in my collection now. White Zombie is in here. Is it the old one? Yeah, it's the old black and white zombie, which, like, yeah, technically it's about zombies, but not, like, that type of zombie, not the brain-eating zombie. So that, I guess it's just included because it's public domain. And next up, I found a Pingu DVD. That's cool. I finally watched the other Pingu DVD I got a while ago, and I liked it fine. It was a crazy short DVD, only 30 minutes, and this one's 37 minutes. It does look like there's a few more episodes. That one was only like maybe 4 or 5 episodes. And nothing special inside there. Let's see. So yeah, Pingu. Oh, and also, funny thing, I looked up Pingu on Google, and it comes up, it says the type of TV show Pingu is drama. I just thought that was a funny thing that, hey, yeah, Pingu is drama, according to Google. Okay, oh yeah, and then I got this thing for free. I just got it for the box. It's a nice box. It holds 2 discs. The cover isn't, like, the plastic isn't really beat up or anything. If I can get that sticker off without leaving residue, then, yeah, I can definitely use this box for other things. 20 Questions, David Cooper, social media marketing. I have no idea who this guy is. Moving on, last of the DVDs, Horror Do Not Watch Alone. Yeah, that's really what it's called, I guess. Do Not Watch Alone. And we got some guy on the cover there. Let's see. Looks like it's 2 double-sided DVDs, but at least it's not in a cheapo box. That's nice. It's in like a nice sturdy box. And it looks like mostly a collection of public domain stuff, but it's from TCG. You don't see them too often anymore. 2010. Let's see, Night of the Living Dead, House on Haunted Hill, Carnival of Souls, I Bury the Living. Blood Tide, Fangs of the Living Dead, Bloody Pit of Horror, The Undertaker and His Pals. Bloody Pit of Horror, interestingly, I just talked about in a Beetleborgs video a couple weeks ago. Nightmare Castle, Dementia 13, Count Dracula and His Vampire Brides, The Last Man on Earth, The Pix, or The Peaks? Pikes? Whatever. Dominique is Dead and The Ghost. Okay. So, decent selection of movies. A couple of them on there are pretty good. That was the whole reason I got this, and there's a bunch of other ones that I'm sure I've watched at one point or another. I'm just not super familiar with them. A lot of these sound very familiar, like The Undertaker and His Pals. I must have watched that at some point. Is that the one where there's like a cult in the basement, and this person opens the door and they get their head chopped off with an axe? I think it might be that one. Maybe it isn't. I don't know if I'm thinking of something else. So, last up, I found a My Little Pony book, a Wedding in Canterlot, and I love Canterlot Wedding. It's one of my favorite episodes. It's the episode that really got me into My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. The collectible bracelet is missing, but I don't really mind that. So, yeah, I was really interested to see what this book was about, so I flipped through it, and the really interesting thing about this is that, like, okay, it's a board book, and okay, we're getting pretty far into the book, and Chrysalis hasn't shown up yet. Last page. Oh, the marriage happened. The end. So yeah, the actual plot of Canterlot Wedding is missing from the Canterlot Wedding book. The book boils it down to just the wedding and absolutely nothing else. So let's see. Twilight gets the letter. she doesn't seem upset about it. Then she goes to her friends and says, hey, can you guys plan for the wedding? They plan for the wedding. They plan for the wedding. The wedding happens. The end. So I just thought that was really, really funny that they bothered to make a candlelight wedding book and then cut out the entire thing that makes that episode interesting. So yeah, there's all the stuff that I got at some thrift stores the last couple of days. Hope you enjoyed it. See ya.